Hey guys, Keisatsu here with a multi-review. This time I'll be reviewing the Versus Vehicle series, Deluxe Blue Dial Fighter, Yellow Dial Fighter, Trigger Machine Nigo, and Trigger Machine Sango from Kaitou Sentai Lupinranger versus Keisatsu Sentai Patranger. These are the Versus Vehicles used by Lupin Blue, Lupin Yellow, Patran Nigo, and Patran Sango to transform and then summon them. So, let's get started. First up, we'll look at the Dial Fighters, starting with the Blue Dial Fighter. So, this is used by Lupin Blue to transform. You can see that this takes the form of a propeller plane. Got a nice long wingspan. A propeller on the front. A little cockpit here. Orange stripes on the sides. Around the wings, you have the Lupinranger symbol there. Some fins back here, and a little part in the end, which will be for its attack mode. Once again, you have a dial on top with the numbers from 0 to 9. And if we rotate the dial, we can change it to attack mode. Doing so drops down this part, then we'll straighten out and fill up this Gatling gun to create Blue Dial Fighter's attack mode. And of course, you have the pin set on the bottom. Then you have Lupin Yellow's Yellow Dial Fighter. This one takes the form of a gyroplane. You've got the gyro engines on the sides, or the turbines, each with some orange on them. You have the cockpit here, you dial up here, and on the back is where you have the Lupinranger symbol, as well as a buzzsaw here. So, for the attack mode, we'll again switch the dial, and straighten this out, and fold up the saw, and here we have the attack mode. Just for a little comparison, here they are alongside the Red Dial Fighter, where you can see that these two have a much more similar shape than this one, and that will come into play later when we get to when they can combine. But that's not just yet. Next, we'll demonstrate these two with the Versus Changer, starting with the Blue Dial Fighter. So for this, we'll use the same transformation process as the Red Dial Fighter.
Kaitou Change!
And there we have the transformation for Lupinrangers again. The one thing to notice is that for this one, you heard a different combination, a different kind of dial combination for it. And each dial fighter has a different combination on it. So, then we'll do the summoning process. And that summons the Blue Dial Fighter. Then we'll remove this. And move on to the Yellow Dial Fighter.
Masqueraise! Kaitou Change!
Then we'll summon the Dial Fighter.
Get set! Ready? Go!
And you can hear that, of course, each one has its own unique summoning sound, which is based on their attack mode. Next, we'll look at the trigger machines, starting off with Patran Nigo's Trigger Machine Nigo. So this one, the ranger color is green. This takes the form of an armored police truck. You can see the canopy here. And the police lights up here. You've got the numberings that are 2 on the side, as well as some orange stripes. The Patranger symbol there. As well as the front section with the headlights. Your trigger back here, which takes the Ranger color. And on the bottom, we have the recognition plate. So, for its attack mode, when you pull the trigger, that'll extend out this front cannon, just like so. And as you can see, just this part is spring-loaded, but it doesn't lock in all the way. You have to do that yourself. Then, we have Padran Sango's Trigger Machine Sango, whose Ranger color is pink. This one takes the form of a police cruiser truck. We've got the same type of patrol lights on top as Nigo. 03, orange stripe on the side. The front with the headlights, as well as this big bar on top. And it's kind of an awkward design, or at least an odd one, because you can see that this totally blocks off where the cockpit would be. Meaning that in the show, it probably has some kind of camera on the front to allow Padran Sango to actually be able to see where she's going. So, for its attack mode, you pull the trigger, it'll extend out this part, and you have to do the rest yourself, where you fold out this bar and then pull it out to form a large police baton on the side. And then, here's a side-by-side comparison with Trigger Machine Ichigo. You can see that similar to the blue and yellow dial fighters, these two have similar shapes that do differ quite a bit from their respective Red Rangers versus vehicle. And that is, again, because of how they combine, and they do combine in a similar way to the dial fighters. But like I said before, we won't see that until later. And finally, we'll demonstrate these two trigger machines with the Versus Changer. Starting off with Trigger Machine Nigo.
Keisatsu Change! Patranger!
And once again, we get the same Patranger transformation sound. Then, we'll do summoning for the Versus Vehicle. And so the summoning phrase for Trigger Machine Nigo is Hyap-Patsu-Hyaku-Chuu, or 100 shots, 100 hits. And then we'll use Trigger Machine Sango.
Keisatsu Change!
Then we'll summon the Trigger Machine. And so the summoning phrase for this Versus Vehicle is Ran-Geki-Ran-Da, or Break Up Struggles. And there we go. So overall, these Versus Vehicles are nice additions to the collection, and do add some unique sounds to the Versus Changer, not to mention that these will eventually be able to combine with the Red Ranger's vehicles for the two teams. But as I've said throughout the review, that can be done yet, and that's because there's a fourth component to their combinations called the Good Striker, which doesn't release until March. So you'll have to wait for then until you get a review of that. One thing to know about this is that these will later be re-released in a couple of sets for the 2 different mechs. And the ones that will be there will be the same as these. So, it's basically up to you whether you want to get these now for use with the Versus Changer and eventually be able to combine them together, or wait until next month, as well as maybe holding off on getting one of the other Versus vehicles, specifically the one that you didn't get with your Versus Changer, then buy those mech sets to be able to get all of the components at once. There are definitely options for how you buy it, and whichever one works best for you is the one you should get. But these are definitely good additions to the collection so far, and I haven't looked forward to more Versus vehicles. Next time, I'll be reviewing the Lupin Sword and Pat Megabow tomorrow at 7 PM PST. So, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, let me know your thoughts down in the comments, and if you're new and would like to see more, please subscribe and hit the bell icon. And for now, this is KRX50, writing off.